Greetings, everyone. I'm just waiting for a few to join us. Whoever's coming, can you just let me know that you can hear me? Yes, good evening, Dob Queen. Can you hear me? You can let me know if you can hear me clearly. You can hear me, okay, good. Okay, we'll just wait for a few people to join in. Okay, I'm gonna go through a few questions, what people's been asking me today. So I'll just go through the list of questions just to let everyone know. William Reese, yes, from Texas, greetings. Yes, African Journey, greetings. GAM family, yes. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a while since I've done a live in a couple months. As you know, I've been in Gambia, back in the UK. But hey, so as you know, I've opened the office. Been very busy in the Gambia. 6 weeks I was there. So yeah, it was all good. It was a big achievement. So I'm happy that we're moving forward. I'm just gonna wait for a couple people to come in. But if anyone wants to ask any questions for now, because I won't start answering these questions until we've got a few people in. If anyone wants to ask me anything, you can fire away. Yeah. I don't want to start just yet answering these questions, and we've only got a few people on. It might take a little while because it's been a little while since I've been on here, so maybe not everyone knows that I'm here. So I've also put the live stream if anyone wants to come into the chat as well. So yeah. Okay, William Reese, I'm interested in land for cattle, either sharing with locals or leasing a few acres. Okay, that's something you can do. In terms of the leasing side, that's something I'd need to look into. As you know, we sell land, but it's something I can look into. Yeah, just drop me a line. My number I'm sure if you'll find it on my YouTube channel. So I'll put my number up shortly as well. Coach Sadie's World, greetings from Birmingham, UK. Blessings, just about to hit the pillow after a lovely Mother's Day, and you came up. Sorry, yeah, I know it's a bit late in the UK. Even me, usually I'll do it a bit earlier than this, but yeah, it was Mother's Day. I did go to see my mom, and so yeah, hence why I'm a bit late today. Those in the US, it ain't too bad, and it's still kind of early there. But, thanks for joining anyway, Coach Sandy's World. One Dog Queen. Oh right. Oh, that's right. It is Mother's Day in the UK. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers. Yes, It is in the UK. I don't think it is in the States, right? What? Yeah. Those that are in the UK and so on. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody, all mothers out there. You know, I think Mother's Day is every day. You know, you have to give thanks to your mum. Yes. Um, right. Okay. I'm gonna get started now. There's a few questions that somebody sent over to me and said it might be a good idea answering some of these questions. Okay, I'll go through it one by one. And then after I've done that, then basically if you've got any questions, you can just throw it in. Yeah. So, okay, the first question. What is a borehole? A borehole is basically it's drilling for water into the ground, you know, to get access to water, free water, you know, from the ground. They would dig like maybe up to 30 meters, sometimes more. It depends on what location and areas. So yeah, basically, yeah. So basically, once you've dug a borehole, you get a machine to come in and they drill a borehole for you. You attach a pump to some pipes, and then you get either like a mini generator, and then you pump up the water from there, basically. So that's it. Basically, it's just getting access to you know, free, clean water. You know. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, why do you need it? Why do you need a borehole? You know, I think boreholes can be used for numerous things. You could use it for your gardening. You can, you know, and most importantly, during your build, you know, it can be used for. And you know, as you know, you've got two alternatives, which I'll go into next anyway. So it is something that is needed. You know, we all need water, so it's very important. Are there any other alternatives to having a borehole? Well, yes, you can connect to the main grid, which is NOEC in the Gambia. So that is your alternative. Me personally, I've got both alternatives, the borehole and I connected to the main grid as well, the main water supply in the Gambia. Because if you have one problem, one's gone down, you've got an alternative. So I always say it's always better. Sometimes there is times where they've switched off the water from the main grid, and then you know you can go into your borehole. Yeah. And vice versa. If your borehole for some reason stop working or your pump stop working, then obviously you've got NOEC. Maybe you need to change your pump or whatever, depending on how long you've had it and so on. What are the pros and cons of having a borehole? I mean, I've literally gone over that. Really, the pros is you know is having the alternative. Really, you know the pros of having that, especially when you're buying land and so on, and you know it's empty land. NOEC is not around at that specific moment. You're not connected to the main grid, so you've got that advantage of you've got access to water. Cons is, you know, I would say probably I mean, I can't really think of any cons, really, to be honest. It's to me, it's all pros, really. It's all positive, really. The only thing is, obviously, you need to pay to get your borehole done. You know, it's not free to get it done, but once you've got it, it's there for life. It's yours. You know. When should you build a borehole, i.e., before fence or house? Yeah, it's always good. Once you've got your land, I'd say get your borehole straight away, because you're going to need access to water. You're going to need the contractors, the builders, they need water. Without water, you can't build. you know, mixing cements and things like that, you know, you do need water. So I would say get your borehole done before you do your fence or your house or whatever. At least it's there. So, you know, when you do start building, you know, you've got your water there. You just buy a mini generator. You can pay 10, 15,000 Gambian dalasi just for a small generator, a mobile generator that you can just put in the back of your car or truck or whatever, and, you know, just bring it to your location anytime you need water. Just connect it up to the pipe, switch it on. That's it. You've got water pumping up from the ground. So yeah, I always say do that first. I wouldn't say in terms of you do your borehole, I wouldn't put the stand and the tank up on an unoccupied land. You know, because you wouldn't want somebody stealing not so much the stand, but maybe the tank or whatever. So I just say wait until it's you've actually moved on the land. Once you've moved onto the land, then you can get your stand and the tank on top of it. That's my suggestion. Yeah. So basically, to secure it, once you've done the borehole, you cement around the borehole so no one can get access to the pump. Yeah. What is the process of building a borehole? Process is basically, as I said, you know, you get a team of guys coming there with their machine. If you're doing it that way, do it with a machine, and basically they're just drilling down into the ground. It could take, you know, it can take up to a few days to actually, maybe two. Sometimes they can do it one day. It depends how deep they have to go. 1 day to, on average, is 2 days to drill the borehole. So yeah, they'll come in, do the drilling. Once they've hit clean water, they'll probably hit water within the first 6 meters, 10 meters, but then they have to go deeper to get the clean water, and then, you know, an everlasting water. So the deeper you go, the better. Yeah. How long does it take? Yep, like I said, it takes up to about 2 days. If there is manual guys that do it manually. I've seen it done once or twice where you've got guys that are actually twisting some sort of like drill sort of thing, manually twisting it round. That's hard work. That's just like, that can take 4 days. That could take a week to get, you know, it can take time. So it's better to just get someone who's got a machine and who do the drilling. Estimated cost, okay. That all depends on what system you're using, whether it's a solar system and so on. You know, that could be anything 150, 160,000 for the complete solar system borehole. For a standard borehole, which is a service we provide now, we can do it for 70,000 Gambian dalasi. Yeah, that's a standard borehole. That's not with your tank or stand. Yeah. So yeah, so that with the stand and the tank, all in all, you're probably looking around 130, 140. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Right. Okay. So what happens if you build a borehole but you don't build the house straight away? That's fine. You can leave the borehole on the land. It's fine. You just, you know, like I said, put your borehole in first. When you're ready to start building, and at least, you know, when you're building your blocks on the ground, you know, you've got access to water for a team to come in and build blocks. as well. So my suggestion is get your borehole first before anything. Right, next question is, why are fences needed? Fences is needed for security, to secure your home, for, you know, no unwanted visitors. You know, it's just a form of security. Even keeping cattle out from the house and things like that. As you know, in Gambia, you know, you get a lot of cattle roaming around, you know, sheep and goats and cows and things like that. But it's for mainly for, you know, unwanted, you know, protection from any burglaries, break-ins and things like that. Yeah, so it's better to put your fence up. How tall are they usually? Okay, sorry, before I go ahead. Are there any different types of fences? Yes, you can do any kind of fence that you want. There's no restrictions on what sort of fences you want to go ahead with. You know, as long as it's good security. You know, there's you know, some people do half walls and metal gates, half block walls. You know, you can do any design. You know, as long as this, you know, security is good. You know, some people, you know, they'll put barbed wire, they put glass on top of their fence, so any intruders, you know, they would deter them from trying to come in. Okay, how tall are they usually? Standard in the Gambia is about 2.5 meters. That's about 8 feet. That's standard. Some people decide to go very high, 10 meters, and, you know, and so on, and, you know, 3 meters. But that is not very common. Me personally, I don't like it too high, because it just gives a sense of, you know, it's sometimes it can make people think, what the hell have you got inside your house? You know, are you hiding some, you know, something big in there? You know, it can kind of attract people, and I just don't think it's pleasant. But that is my own personal. That's me. You know, everybody's entitled. Some people, you know, they don't mind. They just want high walls and so on. But standard in the Gambia is around 2.5, 8 feet. So, you know, I think if you do that, you want to put barbed wire, glass, top of the fence. That's, you know, that's I think that's enough personally. And there's a lot of other ways, you know, cameras, you know, fit cameras in your houses. You know, nowadays you can be anywhere in the world, and, you know, you can go onto your app and you can see your house from wherever you are in the world. You know, you've got loads that you can actually even talk through the mic on the camera. If someone comes to your front gate, you know, you can actually talk to them through the live app. You can be anywhere in the world. Pets, dogs, you know, that's another detail. You know, you got good guard dogs. Nobody, you know, is coming in your ass. I guarantee that. You know, so that's another good way of defense. Yeah. Okay. What is the process of building a fence, i.e., laying foundations? But the process of building your fence is, first the process is, you know, once you've got your borehole in your land, so you've got water now. So after that, you want to make your blocks. Make your blocks. Make sure they're strong. We are making blocks as well. As we speak, that's another service I'm doing now, making blocks. So yeah, make your blocks. Once you've made your blocks, you know, it's always good to it doesn't matter. It's not a case of you have to make your blocks the sort of same time you're ready to fence straight away. Me personally, I made my blocks months in advance, you know. Longer you leave that, you know, it gives them time to cure properly, rather than just letting them go hard and then putting them up the next day. It's fine, but I think it's better to just let them cure for a little bit, you know. let the blocks cure and go hard, and just making sure they're getting watered. Within the first week of making them, make sure you water them. The contractor, get him to water them down, because it makes the blocks stronger as they're curing. Yeah. So once you've done your blocks, they'll dig the foundations of your fence, probably about 2 blocks down. So it's about 2 feet. And then basically, you build your blocks. So maybe every 3 meters, you want to put your pillars, where you put your iron rods in between the pillars, and then you tie the rods to the wall as well. Make sure you tie the rods to the wall, and then you can put the cement inside the pillars as you're going up. Yeah. So it's pretty straightforward procedure. There's a lot of videos on YouTube showing the process of building fences and so on. Okay, how long does the process take? Depending on the size of your land, obviously, how tall you want your walls, you have to take that all into consideration. Yeah, so sometimes you can do it I'd say if you're bang on it and you've got your guys there every day, you can do it in a couple of weeks, depending. A 20 by 20, you can do it maybe in a week. But I always say that sometimes the contractors will say do it in a week. I'll always allow a few more days, or sometimes I'll double it, because sometimes time estimation can be a bit wrong sometimes, but actual doing the work is not the problem. So it can take a few weeks. I mean, if it's a big, large land, it can take up to a month. There's a lot of wall to put up, a lot of digging, and so on. Yes, I think the most important thing is getting it right. Yes, and making sure your blocks are good blocks, strong. Most important. Sometimes I've gone and seen blocks and I picked them up and they just crumble. That means they've not been, the ratio of the sand and cement's not been correct. That's why we started to make blocks now, which we will supervise our team, and making sure that it's the correct ratio of blocks of sand and cement, and making sure they're watered. Estimated costs. Okay, we've got some costs here on fencing on different sizes, but this excludes blocks. This applies all the materials of, like, the sand, the cement, the rods, the wood, water if needed, trip of stone, and transport and storage and so on, and workmanship, obviously. Yes. And our fees for actually overlooking the work. So, for example, a 20 by 40 is 130,652 Gambian dalasi. Yeah. These are our prices, by the way. Yeah. Once we've included our fees on top. So that's 130,652 Gambian dalasi, and that excludes blocks. I'll go on to blocks after I've gone through all this. Okay, a 40 by 40 with all the materials, excluding blocks, will be 148,720 Gambian dalasi. Yeah. And a 20 by 60 is the same price, because it's the same. It's just long ways. Will be 148,720 Gambian dalasi. And a 20 by 20 fence will be 98,807 Gambian dalasi. Yeah. So that all includes all the materials and everything of making the blocks and so on, and all the workmanship, our fees, the sands, the stones, the rods, the wood. So that includes all of that. Okay, we're selling blocks now for 5-inch blocks for $20. That's if we make it on the location. 25 dalasi per block if we have to deliver it. But now at the moment we're classing it as, because the team I've got don't live in a lot of the locations that I'm selling. So we're doing each block 25 Gambian dalasi, because I have to include their fare to get to the further they have to go to work, then obviously, we have to cover them for their fare and the distance they have to travel for work. Unfortunately, it's just one of them things. It's the same in the UK. I mean, I don't know in like the US and that, but if you have to travel further away for your work, you're going to charge the client more, unfortunately. And that's the problem I'm having at the moment. So, and until I find people that are more local to the lands that we're selling and a team I can rely on, then we'll probably do it at $20 a block. But at the moment it's $25, Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm going to back up on some questions and just greet everyone who's joined us. I'm going to do a backup. And yeah, just like to say greetings, everybody. It's been a while that I've not been on the YouTube. As you know, I've just come back from Gambia a few weeks back, so I'm just settling back into Babylon system, which I'm not enjoying really. But hey, that's the way it is. Yeah, I don't miss it here. The only thing I miss is my family. Apart from that, Okay. Right, I'm going to go through some questions. And happy Mother's Day to those that I know those that are in the UK. It's Mother's Day, and respect to all mums out there, and to my mum if she's watching as well. She might be watching. I did tell her I'm going live tonight. From Houston, okay. Janice Houston, blessings from Texas. Big up. Ming Ing, yes, my moderator. Yes, how you doing? How you doing, sis? You okay? Hope all is well. TW, greeting, sister. Another moderator there. Hope you all well. These are all part of the GAM fam. These are investors that have already invested with us. Okay, I'm going to gradually go down the list with the questions as I've, a few questions have come in while I've been answering these questions. Okay. Janice Houston. So is there a company you recommend to drill boreholes? Yes, we're doing it ourselves now. So, I've got a team who's doing the boreholes. We've just started doing it. We've done about 2 or 3 so far. So yeah, just get in contact with me. If any of the moderators, I know it's been a few months, if you can put my number up, my details, be appreciated. Anyone who wants to contact me. Yeah. So like I said, we do the borehole for 70,000 Gambian dalasi. Yeah. Jacqueline, Greetings, fam. Nice business shirt, Daniel. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I thought today I put my uniform on today. Yeah. So we have to keep it real. Delroy Everett. Greetings, Daniel. Many thanks. I'll put the messages up as we go on. Many thanks from the Everett family. Yes, blessings, man. Nice one. Thank you. Is it possible to replace your land with the original trees that are cleared? Is it possible to replace your land with original trees that are cleared? I think what you're trying to say is possible to replace the original trees. So, well, basically, we don't take any trees down. That's standard for us. We don't take any trees down, so we just keep all the trees up. But you can always replace them with new trees. That's I say once you start your building, you get to your land, you can start once you've mapped out the design of the land and where the house is going to be, you can start putting down some trees, and and by the time you finish your house, the tree should have developed quite a bit. Okay. Roses for me, blessings. Yes. Do you have a list of builders to help those who buy land from you? You're doing a great job, Daniel. Thanks for all you do. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. So basically, like I said, we're selling lands, and now we're getting into the business side of things as well, in terms of the building side of things. So we're helping those build as well. So some people already have their own contractors and they know people, and that's all good. But those that don't know anyone on the ground and so on, we are providing that service now. So you can just contact me directly in terms of building houses and fences and so on. So we're in the process at the moment of building fences at the moment. Okay, good. Once you get a borehole, you can use it for life. Yes, that's correct. Serge Cadet. Yes, greetings, brother. Do you still have many properties and land available? Western part of Gambia as well. Yes, not so much the western part. Western sides is quite costly. I mean, the places we're selling is mainly South Combos, that area, Sanyang, which has about one plot left in the Sanyang Sea View, which is a 20 by 20. There's only one plot left. And then we've got a few in Jambanjelly. There's about 5 or 6 plots left there in Jambanjelly. And we're just in the process of bringing in some more plots. And that will be in Gunjur, somewhere different. I know a few people have said that you only sell in Sanyang and Jambanjelly. The answer is no. It's just that, we've been focused on that area for quite a while. So we have been looking in different locations and so on. So now we're looking into Gunjur. So, keep your eyes peeled. That should be coming up soon. It could be within the next week or so. L.U. Everett. Hi, Daniel. Good night. Thank you. Yes, Mom. Yes, how you doing? Okay. This is my adopted. I'm like an adopted son. She's an investor with us. So yes. Okay. China Reese. Love Properties Gambia, doing a great job. Thank you, sister. Thank you very much. My DT. Does having a borehole conflict with a neighbor's borehole within certain proximity? No, it won't. No, it won't affect. It wouldn't affect your neighbors in terms of like draining out the water faster. No. There's too much water there. You wouldn't have no effect. Jacqueline, I like the Cole polo shirt. Yes, TW, thank you, man. I'm just rocking my polo shirt. The uniform, yeah. Not sure about these colors, but yeah, it might be something that tell them to change that, but it's cool. Okay. Moreau. Do you offer payment plans for the lands you sell? Yes, we do a 3-month payment plan. Yes, we can do up to 3 months. TW solar plus. Yes, solar, yes, plus. Okay, so someone else. Rose is for you. What areas do you still have plots available? Do you have any plots 20 by 40? Is there a time limit when you must start building after you buy your land? Thanks a million, Daniel. Yeah, okay. Yeah, as I just mentioned, there's only one in Sanyang Seaview left. That's a 20 by 20, and there's a few left in Jambanjelly. And there is a couple 20 by 40s. Yes. I'm sure my moderators will put up my details if they haven't already. So anybody who wants to contact me, just double check. Okay. Right, okay. Keita D, ATW. Hey, Keita, how you doing? You okay? This is conversations between people. Week Williams, yes, greetings. How you doing? You okay? Yes, sister Ola. How's it? You okay? Hope you're enjoying Gambia. Sister Ola is another who's out in the Gambia, an investor who I met as well while I was there. Clay bricks, no, but I'll look into that. We're not doing clay, we're just doing the standard blocks, sand and cement. But I will look into that. Yeah. So I'll let you know, sister. Don't worry. What is the size of each block for a fence? So we use the 5-inch blocks for the fence. Coach Sandy's World. Thanks, Daniel. Very useful information. Yes, no problem, sister. Is 5-inch block the standard? Do you put plaster? No. Do you put sorry, I'm lost here. Do you put plaster on the fence once the fence is built? No, it is something that you do after. You do have to put you do have to plaster the fence, but that's not part of the price. Yeah. Normally you leave the plaster until last. I mean, you can even, once you build your fence, you can render it straight away. That's entirely up to you. you know, it doesn't look very nice once you've put the blocks up. Once you've put all the render up, then it looks really nice, and then you paint it. But most people, they'll build their fence and then they build their house and then they do all the rendering together outside the house and the fence and everything. So that's normally standard ways, but you know, it's entirely up to you. TW properties Gambia drills boreholes. Correct. Yes, yes, sister, that's right. Okay, yep. So there's all my details up on the screen now. No, that's a WhatsApp number. And that's the email as well. And that's our Facebook group if you want to join into our Facebook group as well. Yeah. Ojuing, 70,000 with solar panel and suspension frame. No, no, that is just your standard borehole with your pump and your pipes coming out of the ground, and obviously doing all the work, the drilling and so on. Yes. But if you want to go solar, that's an extra cost. But when you do this borehole here, the 70, like this is the standard one I've got at my house. So basically, you know, you can convert these into solar at a later date. I wouldn't advise putting your solar up straight away on an empty land. Someone could come and steal your solar panel. You don't want that. So you get a basic borehole, and then after, then once you start thinking onto the ground, you're living on the ground, then you can put a thingy, put a solar panel onto your borehole. Yeah. Hope that answers your question. Aquarius School for Kids. Did the Arrival get their builders from you? No, the Arrival got their own team, which are quite a good team as it goes. They seem like they're doing a very good job. But no, they didn't. They didn't go through us at that time. There, we wasn't really. It's only now we're starting to, you know, concentrate on the building side of things. But you know, as you know, the Arrival started quite a way back now. So, but you know, they've got their own team, and it seems like they're doing a good job. Okay, yes. So everybody, if you can hit that like button, you know, those who ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Share the channel with a friend, family. But yeah, please hit that like button. Yeah. So. Great local news for Gunjur. Yes, no, definitely. You know, it's good news. You know, it's been, you know, now I've got quite a few things out of the way. I've got the office, you know, up and running. You know, I've got a good team out there helping out. So, yeah, you know, like I said, we're looking into different areas now, and so on. So yeah, it's good. It's good for the local community as well. Definitely, you know, that's what we want. Don't forget to subscribe to get information. These Gambias for sales. Yes, yeah. So basically, stay subscribed, and then you know, once you're a subscriber, you know, you're gonna get all the information as it comes out. Yeah. So yeah, do subscribe. So it'll keep you kind of in the loop in terms of information and so on. What's going on? Abu, is there a time limit to build the land once you purchase. No, there's no time limit. I say, like, what I say is, once you bought the land, fence it as soon as you can. Fence it as soon as possible. That's the most important, to fence the land. Yeah. And then basically, once you fence your land, it's secure, you've got your gates up, then you're good to go. You can just build as you want, unless there's a clause on either the community we bought from or something like that, where they say, well, those that are moving in, they should start developing in such and such so many years or whatever. But there's no clause to say, right, you have to straight away. You're just advised to to do your fencing straight away. And you don't have to do your fencing. You don't have to fully wait until all your papers are out from physical planning. From the moment you get your Alcalo paper, which is the local transfer, which is very important, you can start your fencing from there. And that's from the SAFOR. He's one of the chiefs. And he always advised me that, tell your people, your customers and so on, once they get their Alcalo, let them fence it. So yeah. Yes, Brittany, you're late. Yeah, man. What happened? Greetings, sister. Yes, everybody hit the like button. Thanks, moderator. Thanks, moderator TW, for all your help providing the information needed. Daniel is great. I'll be using him to secure my property, builders, etc. Yes, you're welcome, sister. Man. Yes, and TW and all the moderators here today. Yeah, man, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Do you provide borehole services and others if the land isn't purchased from you? Yes, we can. We can provide other services if the land is not bought from us. Yes, if you want a borehole, if you want us to build your fence, no, that's fine. Would you supply bricks to C4, or is it too far away? No, we can supply bricks to C4. Like I said, we can make it on the ground. In most locations, yes, we're building the fence and the team. But we can make it in other areas, and then obviously, you can buy it for $20 a block, and then you do your own transportation. Yeah, so that's another option. So I'm trying to cut down the costs as best as I can for everyone, just to keep costs down. But yes, we can provide that service to C4. Matthews. Good night, Daniel. How does the party wall work? Who pays joining walls? Well, that there joining walls, where that's a discussion that comes within the community. If everybody agrees, then you go halves on that party and wall, basically, that you share, which I think is fair. And that's a new thing, because normally that doesn't happen in Gambia. I mean, I built my wall, and the neighbor didn't pay half of it. They got a free wall. But where we're coming a bit different, what we're doing, we're building a community as well. You're getting to know your neighbors before you even arrive into Gambia, because once you've purchased from us, I'll put you into a group. We've got like a main group for those who invested with us. We've got the main group, Properties Gambia. And then we've got branching groups as well that go off into their location of the land. So that location of land, it will be just those people on that land on that group. So then they talk with each other in terms of the community, in terms of building the fence, you know. Yeah, so that's something that needs to be decided amongst the community. It can talk about many other things, security for the community, and getting involved in the community as well with the local people. That's important. So yeah, there's many things to talk about. It's a good advantage as well to get to interact with your community before you're even there. You know, it's not been done in the Gambia as far as I know. You know, and if it does, it might be something that might be happening. But you know, I believe I'm one of the ones that started all this in terms of when people buy their locations. I link them, I call into the group, and you know, they converse with each other. Sometimes we have Zoom meetings on different locations and so on. So yeah. China Reese, thank you for your donation. That's a generous donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks for your support and you know, your super chat. That's nice of you, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay. Do the plots you have for sale in Sanyang and Jambanjelly have electric access, roads, highways, development nearby, near marketplace, etc.? Yes. So okay, the one in Sanyang, Seaview. Yes, it's an up and coming developing area. In terms of like markets and things like that, no, these things are not in place just yet. You know, water and electricity is not too far away. But you know, as communities come in and they start developing, NOEC will start, you know, providing and coming in those areas, providing, you know, electricity and so on, and water. Yes, but you know, some people would just go solar for now, using solar borehole, even solar for your power in your house. But you know, I think time you start developing and that, you know, these things would have been coming in place. Jambanjelly now, that's very close to the electricity. It's very close. You can see it from the land. So getting access to the main grid from electricity or water is going to be a lot easier and quicker on that location. Yes, I'm gonna put up if anyone wants to join in on the live, comment on the video, they're welcome to do so. That's the link there. So if anyone wants to come in, you're welcome to do so. Third Cadet, foundations, cool space, modern style homes, and can land buyers import co-friendly bricks? Will your builders work with it, or is it best to go with regular Gambian building practice? No, there's always room for, you know, doing different kind of new builds and so on. You know, and it depends what sort of build as well. You know, it also depends, and making sure that you've got the right people to do the right job. You know. But that's no problem. That's fine. You can bring in, you know, eco-friendly bricks and, you know, and modern style homes. Yes. But you know, a lot of the builders in Gambia, you know, we've got some good builders, solid builders that can build some good, solid, strong homes. I think what is more needed in the Gambia is the finishing product. I say more so than the actual build. The finishing is very important, and I think there's still a lot more improvement that needs to be in Gambia when it comes to finishing, the finishing touches. Yes. Perry Dawkins, greetings. Are there any other YouTubers besides the Arrival building that you work with? I would want to be around Gambians. Are there in the building in your communities? Are 10 feet walls the best height? Okay, all right. So you've asked a few questions in one there. So are there any other YouTubers beside the Arrival building that you work with? Yes. I forget the name of them. They're in CV1. They have got a YouTube channel. I believe it's USA something to Gambia. I can look it up. If the moderators know, they can also bring it in, but I think it is. Let me just check. Okay, USA to, and that's in the number to USA to the Gambia. There are other YouTubers that have bought from us and are building as well. They're the only ones that I'm aware of at the moment. Yes. Okay. And you said I would want to be around Gambians. Yes, that's very good and that's very true. Yeah, I've always said it in my thing. It's not, me, I'm a Gambian. I class, my father's a Gambian. I've got a big family out in Gambia. And, I class myself as a Gambian. So I like to mix with my people. I don't go out there and like us and them and no, that's not, I don't do that. They're my family and I think everybody should be as one, and are they building in your communities? Yes, we're starting. So now we are, now we've got the office open. We are marketing to Gambians as well. There is a Gambian that has bought from us. Yes. And we want that to continue to grow. I don't want it's not just diasporans, but some of them are diasporan Gambians, but also I want those in the Gambia as well on the ground to also buy from us. I think it's important that, we all mix as a community. Yeah. But even so, if there's not even no Gambians on the that community, don't that's why I'm a little bit against the 10-meter walls. It's just like a prison, and it's like you're kind of segregating yourself from the outside world. And I know most people's intentions is just because obviously it's for security reasons, because burglaries do happen in Gambia, and that's anywhere in the world. You've got to have security. But I just think that I don't think we need to go too high on the walls. That's just my preference and my opinion. Everyone's different though, and I respect everyone else's views and points. But are 10 feet walls the best height? Like I said, I think that's just a little bit too high for me personally. I'll say about 8 feet, 2.5 meters, standard procedure in the Gambia. But like I said, if you want to go higher, you can. And I think just basically, if you want to put barbed wire or you put glass, you've got cameras, dogs, I think, that's sufficient enough, I think, to stop anyone coming in. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like I said, all those hit that like button. Yeah, so hit that like button, share, subscribe, you know, so I appreciate if you do that. Yeah. So if anyone's got any more questions, anyone wants to come on the live before I go, you know, getting a bit late here. I've got work in the morning. I do have a job as well in the UK, so I do have to wake up early. Okay, I've got one here. Janice Houston, Daniel. Once the land is purchased, normally about how long does it take to receive all your documents? Okay, we try to turn it around in about 3 months. Yeah, sometimes it can take a little bit longer. Yeah, now you know we've got a process in place now where things are running a lot smoother and a lot quicker. You know, sometimes it's physical planning, they can take a bit long, which is out of our hands, because once we hand in the paperwork to that department, you know, it's, you know, all we can do is just keep pressuring them to finish our work. But obviously, you know, they deal with the whole country, so you know, so yeah, so yes, we do it in 3 months. Yeah. So basically, once you contact me, you'll get a first point of call. You'll get a contract from us. That's a contract from us to you. It'll be emailed with all your name, details, your plot size, price, and so on, and like a declaration of terms and conditions of the contract, which will be signed by myself, and you guys will sign as well, whoever's purchasing. And a power of authority letter as well, which you would need to say that you're giving us permission, if you're not in the country, to work on your behalf on your paperwork, which you'll have to sign, and you'll have to attach a photo ID with that, because the SAFOR will not stamp the paperwork with that letter, and if you're not in the country. So that's very important. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think I've covered. Is there anybody else that, if you've got any more questions, I'll give you a couple more minutes. Anyone wants to come on live, I'm happy to come on for a few minutes. If not, we'll wrap it up in a few minutes. Abu, where are you still looking into? Were you still looking into farmland to purchase? I'm interested. Yeah, definitely. You know, we're taking baby steps. You know, as a company, you know, we're just slowly moving things forward, getting things in place. Hoping that we've got a new website coming up. So that's going to be quite a good website, where the clients can actually log in. They can check their process of their paperwork. You know, there's about 9 steps in the process of doing your paperwork, from the Alcalo to the SAFOR, physical planning, Brikama Area Council, and several other things that has to be done. So there's about 9 steps. And then from basically up to us sending off the paperwork either via DHL, or we hold the paperwork until you arrive and then you collect the paperwork, or somebody collects it on your behalf. If someone collects it on your behalf, then you'll have to have something in writing between you and us to say that you're giving us permission, so on. Diva with a plan. What is the largest land that we can purchase from you? in one location, you can go up to 50 by 50. You can get more than that, but then you'll have to split up the names. It can't be under one name as a non-citizen of the Gambia. There is limits, but you can buy in as many locations. There's no limit on that, but you can only buy up to 50 by 50 in that one location. But if you want to buy more than that in one location, then you'd have to split the names. But that is on residential basis. On agricultural basis, which I've not really gone into just yet, there might be different rules that apply, which I would have to look into as a non-citizen buying agricultural land, because I'm sure it'll be more, they will allow more than 50 by 50. Yeah. There is some other people who's bought large hectares and acres. How they got through it, I don't know. I don't know what the terms are, and that's how I won't be able to answer that. Can we invest in your company? Yeah, yes, that all depends. We are, I'm sure as we're growing, maybe that's something that can be looked into. Investors, serious investors, so yeah, it's all about strengthening each other, helping each other out, and if we can work together, then that's good. And I think it's about time, as as Black people going home, you have to work together. That's very important. Roses for me. After land is purchased and wall is up, do you have people to maintain the land? Is the land rented out for farming, etc., until someone is ready to build? Yes, that's something we can help you in terms of maintaining. We can help you with that. Yes, I'm sure, depending on the size of the land, yes, maybe you can rent it out for different purposes. That's possible. How much is a 50 by 50? That all just depends on location. Different locations will have different prices. Yeah. No, water is paid monthly. Yes, I think it's monthly or quarterly. Can't remember. It's one of those. I think it's quarterly. This would be for a compound for a family, no farmland. Okay, all right, okay. No, that should be no problem. That should be no problem. But yeah, do contact me and I can feed you in a bit more. So yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, nobody decided to come in on the chat. I thought someone would have come in, but hey ho. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up now. It's been some time that we've, interacted with the subscribers on chat. So yeah, glad to be back. You will be seeing more of me now. So yeah. So just keep tuned. Like I said, we've got the ones coming up in Gunjur. So I'm hoping to, they've got the drone shots. They're editing the drone shots. I think negotiations is more or less come to an end. So hopefully we should finish. So please hit the like button, everybody. Yes, Maxi say, yes, brother. We have the prices for the land in Sanyang Seaview. Yes, okay. Sisters put them up. There's the prices there. Cambanjeli, 150,000 Gambian dollars. See, that includes all your paperwork. the physical planning and your alcohol transfer, everything that includes it all, apart from your capital gains. So we take it up to the capital gains, and then that's when, you know, you thingy from there. We will still help you with that process and pay, but that will be an additional cost. But apart from that, in terms of all your paperwork, that's included in your price. Yes, and we've got one plot in Sanyang Seaview, yeah, which is 250 Gambian dialysis. Yeah. So yeah, you know. So yeah, we will have some coming in Gunju, like I said. They will be slightly cheaper. So do stay tuned. And I'd like to thank everybody like who's been supporting me. You know, I really appreciate it much, you know, from all my GAM fam, those that have invested with us, to all, like, you know, my Gambian locals and everybody in Gambia and family and friends and so on, and to the Gambian people, respect for your support as well. You know, much appreciated. And yeah, and all much respect to my diasporan brothers and sisters all over the world. You know, appreciate all that. What's the word for your you know, believing in me. You know, I've been doing this coming on a year now, believing in me and having that faith that, you know, and I did say from the beginning, I'm a man of my word, and I like to keep my word. So, you know, and you know, with, you know, there's many people now, they've come out with their lands, papers and everything. People are starting to build and so on. So, you know, as you know, as well as them, they're happy. It makes me happy as well to see that, you know, things are blossoming. You know what I mean? So, you know, it puts a big smile on my face as well that, you know, you're doing something right, I'm doing something right, and then, you know, we're kind of all doing something together. And, you know, it's not just about the lands and whatever, and you're buying your homes and that, you know, I think it's a beginning of a chapter, really. You know, you're going to go into many things, I'm sure, in terms of businesses and whatever. And, you know, it's not only for you, for your generations to come, you know, your children, your grandchildren and whatever. So it's all a good thing. But at least we're making that step now to make things easier. So it's all a good thing, you know. I just want to see us all kind of come together and make things even, you know, bigger and better. And like I said, I'll always try and help where I can. You know, I'm not, how can I say, I don't sell my lands to you and give you your papers and say, kind of, you know, that's it, you know, cut ties. No, I build up my relationship with my brothers and sisters, my clients, everybody, you know. So yeah, you know, we help people from opening bank accounts to get their TIN numbers, picking them up from the airport, and all sorts of things. So we're not just like we give you your land papers and we say bye-bye. You know, I don't operate like that. So, you know, I just want to thank everybody, and, you know, and let us all keep it up and work together. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, all right. I ain't gonna keep you guys, bore you anymore. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope the information was useful to people this evening. And yeah, so please hit that like button before you leave. Subscribe, and yeah, you know, if you need to contact me, my numbers are there. You can email me or WhatsApp me. I will respond to you, and then hopefully, you know, you can make that step to you know, having a piece of land on the motherland. So yeah. Okay, family. Greetings, one love, bless, stay blessed, everybody. Yeah, thank you very much.